Hello, happy Saturday. Welcome to Actors Daily Bread. Today I'm talking about how to find auditions because that is the number one question I get asked every day. Welcome to Actors Daily Bread. I want to say what's up to the replay watchers. If you are going to be watching this in the replay, what's up? If this is your first time watching, welcome. My name is Christine Horn. I am a professional actress of over 20 plus years, and I'm a life and career coach for actors, and I'm the founder of Actors Daily Bread. And I want to give myself a shout out. I want to give myself a pat on the back because this is a special episode of Actors Daily Bread because it is the 30th episode in a row. And that is a huge thing for me. I'm doing a practice of consistency this year in my business, and I often use video. Just typically, I prefer video more so than writing blogs and things like that. But I started Actors Daily Bread with a goal, with an intention to uplift and inspire new and aspiring actors and just actors in general. And what I found over the past 30 days is even non-actors are being inspired by these videos and finding something, a nugget to take with them. And so I'm grateful for that. I feel like this is just part of my purpose, part of my mission in life, which is uplifting. I've been doing life coaching and motivational speaking for years, but getting to talk to you every day or night is really, really awesome. So I want to say, go Christine. Go Christine. Ooh, I'm just going to dab this off. We're not even going to pretend that it's not hot in here. Okay. So how to get auditions. Look, okay. Seriously, did I tell you all, ask me anything you want and I will respond to questions. And I do a lot more thorough responses in the Facebook group here, in the Actors Daily Bread Facebook group. So if you're not a member, come on and join us. And so I do some trainings in there. And just in case you're not familiar, I do have a wonderful program called the Breakout Star Academy, which I'll put a link to in this post after I post this, where I really do a deep dive in all these elements. So if you are new and aspiring and not seeing the results that you want, then you may want to consider that. But I want to just give you a sample, a little taste. So, but seriously, how to get auditions? I truly get this this question all the time. And to some degree, it varies a bit based on where you're located. And then honestly, there are some things that are just consistent across the board. So where should I start? Okay, to keep it real, to keep it 100, I mean, the main way a lot of us working actors get auditions is through our agents and through our managers. And the reason being is, and that may not be the answer you want, but just bear with me. Hey Renee Matthews, what's up? So the main way is, no one wants to hear that, but that's true. And the reason is because casting directors, and this is my brain is so split on this because I have my ninja tactics that I've learned and that I've practiced, and then I have what the industry, wants to share, right? They don't want unsolicited people emailing them. They really don't. They don't want to be bombarded by strangers, by some untalented, let's keep it real. Everybody don't have the gift. Their gift is in something else. So everybody doesn't have the gift. And so that's the fact. So there's going to be some, you're not going to hear about the lead in a movie just on an open casting call or on a cattle call on Craigslist. You're not going to hear that because, I mean, these coveted roles, people, casting directors and producers and production companies, they trust agents. They trust agents to foster their talent. They know that if a talent is represented by a company, by a legit agency, that legit agency has vetted their talent. They know they're actually skilled. They're not going to be a hot mess walking up in the room, right? So it is so hot, you guys. My air conditioner is in the other room. So you got to bear with me. So that's the unpopular answer. So you have to, do you see, that is a sweat. Hold on. I gotta turn this light off. Hold on, you guys. Yes, I just did that. I gotta, whew. Okay, that's a little better. But here's the deal. Like, so many actors want to know about how to get auditions, right? And that's great. So I'll give you a quick tip. Use actorsaccess.com, okay? actorsaccess.com. actorsaccess.com. And some people sleep on this, but if your resume is in the new stages, and even if you have representation, let me tell you, I booked one of the biggest indie films of my career on Actors Access. It's called The Retrieval. You can type it in Netflix right now and it'll come up. I talk about this movie often because it was a big deal. Ashton Sanders, shout out to Ashton, who was the middle Chiron in the Moonlight hit, the Moonlight movie. He was in it with me. I mean, we were all, that was his first film. I submitted for that on Actors Access, even when I had representation. You know, the big mistake a lot of actors think is, oh, once I get representation, that's going to solve everything. And what's up if you're watching? Be sure to give me some hearts and thumbs up. Let me know you're watching. And you can ask me a question. And if I don't get to it now, I will get to it another time. But let me know you're watching. And we're also here talking about my sweat because it is hot here in Cali. It's like 99 degrees today in the Valley. So there's that. So even when you get rep, you still have to be pushing for yourself. I think that's where a big misconception is. So Actors Access, that's the tip I'm going to give you today. And I'm getting no commission, no affiliate links for sharing that with you, but it's the standard. And just so you are clear, actorsaccess.com is the actor's side of the breakdown services. Breakdown services is what casting directors use to put out the breakdown, which is a breakdown of a character that they want to cast, right? Hold on, I'm still sweating, right? So there's breakdown services. So let's just say there's a new movie starring Robert De Niro, making it up, right? And they need to cast a 20-something African-American woman. They put out what's called a breakdown, which breaks down the character description of what they're looking for. They send that out. Agents, talent agents, pay a lot of money to get these daily breakdowns sent to their email. They then look at their roster of talent and they submit who they would like to get seen. Casting director selects who they want to see, and then they call you in or they ask you to tape. So many actors do not have an Actors Access profile. And here's why I keep saying this is important. To set up a profile is free. You get 2 pictures for free. Plus you get to build your resume, put all your special skills there. And then if you want to upload videos and extra pictures, then you pay for that. Those prices are on the website. You must have this account so that when you do get signed to an agency, they connect to your Actors Access to submit you to the breakdown for the big stuff. Do you see that? Do you see what I'm saying? And on the flip side of that, even if you don't have an agent, or even if you do, you can log into Actors Access and see castings there every single day. Every single day. Gustavo Santos says hello. Hello. Thank you for watching. So you also can submit. So they work together. And this is throughout the US. So I can't speak on what's happening in the UK and abroad, but in the US, this is a standard. Get an account with Actors Access. I'll put it here for those of you who are not familiar. ActorsAccess.com. I'm putting it on the screen for you. Okay, so get an account today. Put your resume and all that stuff. So people keep asking me, how do I get more auditions? How do I get more auditions? Get on this website every single day. That's step one. I have many tips. That's why I put this as part one. This is not I can't solve all this entire question in one video tonight, but at least this is step one. You need to be on here every day. At least log on 3 times a day. The fee for the year is, I think, $67. You may want to check. It's worth paying the fee for the year, because if you don't, if you want to say you see something for a Tyler Perry project that's casting, and I know personally that the casting directors have used this website to cast stuff. People have seen me on Being Mary Jane. I was in an episode of Being Mary Jane, I think 2 seasons ago. I self-submitted myself on Actors Access. Do you hear me? I had 2 agents, but I still self-submitted myself for a part on Being Mary Jane. And I knew it was a small role, but I hadn't seen that casting director in a while at the time. And I was like, I just want to get in the room with her. So I submitted. And guess what? She then called my agent to request me to come in, and then I booked it. So you're asking me how to get auditions, but are you even utilizing the tools that you have, right? So it's worth the investment. And here's another thing I want to talk about tonight. So that's my one tip for you today. So if you do have an agent, great. But if you do not have your Actors Access fully popping, then let's not even move forward to the next thing yet. Do you have your pictures up? Good ones. So maybe you have the first 2, but do you have some others that have character? Do you have the cop? Do you have the lawyer? Do you have the mom? Do you have the sexy vixen? Do you have the characters? Do you have any video footage? The way Actors Access works is anybody with a demo reel and a slate shot go to the top. And if you don't know what a slate shot is, go to actorsaccess.com. You can find out more. So when your agent, if you do have an agent and they submit you, or if you're self-submitting yourself, you get pushed to the top if you have a video and a slate shot. Why is this important to be pushed to the top? They get casting directors, and I have cast my own projects before, and you get hundreds of submissions. You don't have time to look through all of them. And so you're going to start just looking at the people who have video. Because who would you rather look at? Someone who has a video and you can see what they can do instantly, or someone who just has a picture and they could just be a pretty face and can't act, can't even read. I'm going to personally, and I have gone with people who I can see instantly. And then on top of that, if you have a video clip submitted with your picture that actually is in the vein of the character I'm looking to cast, because demo reels are going away. Like, you still have a full demo reel just to have on hand. I've used it. I need it for agent meetings and things like that. And when it comes down to the wire and it's if you're up for a test or series regular, they want to see your full reel. But through Actors Access and what your agent needs, and if you're looking for an agent, you need to have clips. We're looking for a cop. Do you have something that looks like a cop? We're looking for a serial killer. Do you got something that looks scary? They just want clips. So don't stress yourself out about having a whole demo reel. But do some self-inventory to see, is your profile fully set up? And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to go on this website tonight or tomorrow or today and do it. But here's the last piece I want to say before I melt. I also, I'm going to type this on the screen. And thank you for watching. If you're watching a replay, I want to say, what's up, replay watchers? And if you are watching, give me some hearts, give me some love, give me a like, share this video if you know an actor out there who needs some advice. If you have an actor friend who's talking about they ain't got no auditions and he wants some help, please share this video with them. But here's the last thing I want to talk about before I go. And if this is your first time watching, this is Actors Daily Bread. Come join us in the Facebook group at Actors Daily Bread. Just put it at the top. I want to talk about willingness, because there are a lot of you watching who say, I want to be an actor, or I am an actor, and I just want to get more auditions. What are you willing to do for that? What are you willing to do? And you're like, Christine, what are you talking about? So I have an agent in Atlanta. I have an agent in New York. I have a manager in LA, and I have an agent in LA. And what a lot of people don't know, and maybe you new actors you don't know, is that people aren't flying you around. So when my New York agent calls me and says, hey, Christine, I need you to come read for this show. You have an audition tomorrow, but I'm in LA or I'm in Atlanta. What am I willing to do to get there? Do I have the money on hand for a last minute ticket? That's the stuff that you're not thinking about. I have personally dropped thousands of dollars for an opportunity that was not guaranteed. Do you hear me? And I'm not the only one. The working actors that you see have sacrificed in some way. Working 2, 3 jobs, 2, 3 businesses, staying up late reading scripts, saving money, not going on that trip with your girls or not going out to the club because you need to save this money because you might need a plane ticket at the last minute. Are you willing to do that? Because that's what this business requires. And I try to keep it so 100 with you. So there's that willingness. You have to tap into yourself. What am I willing to do? Because when the call comes, if you don't take it, someone else is going to take it. Someone else who is hungrier and more prepared than you. And the last thing is what I want to say is you want auditions. Okay, that's great. So we all do. But then will you be ready? Let me put that here. Will you be ready? I want to say ready. That's real Atlanta. Will you be ready? Will you be ready? Right? Because then so you're hustling to get auditions. You have an agent, or maybe you're self-submitting yourself. But then you actually get the call. Hey, come. We need you to come on in. Have you prepared? Have you been in class? Do you have a coach? Have you been reading books? Have you been studying other actors? Have you been studying different acting techniques? Will you be ready? It cracks me up when, all an actor is focusing on is just getting an audition, but they're not in class. But they haven't studied. They haven't perfected their memorizing techniques. They don't even know how to approach a script. They don't even know how to break down a scene. But all you're worried about is getting an audition. So the two have to go hand in hand, because this is what you don't want. You finally bust down the door. You finally get someone to give you a shot, and then you suck, just to put it plainly. Or your nerves take over because you didn't work on all that. So I hope not trying to be too, this is how I coach my clients too. So I keep it 100. I share my real life experiences, but if you're just joining, watch this from the beginning, hear the tip I gave about one way to get some more auditions. But then you have to also think about, what are you willing to do? Back before self-tapes were popular, I can't tell you how many times I drove back and forth to New Orleans. Back and forth, back and forth. And I remember seeing people who I recognized, celebrities, who had driven themselves there too. And I was thinking like, dang, they had to drive here? Yeah, because they wanted it. So if you want it, I'm your champion. Go get it. You can have it. You can have anything that you want, as long as you're willing to work for it, y'all. Sweat. I'm sweating. So that's what I just want you to think about tonight. So follow that piece of advice, but then also I want you to think about what you're willing to do and if you'll be ready. Okay? And just so you know, before I wrap, like I said, if you're not in the Facebook group, come join us. And for you new and aspiring actors out there who are still light on your credits, and maybe you don't have your first co-star credit, or maybe you had one and you felt like it was a fluke. Tomorrow, I know I said this a few days ago, but I've had a busy week, but I'm launching a virtual co-star intensive. It's going to be on Saturday, May 6th from 12 to 5 p.m. Only 12 students Actually, there's only space for 11. One of my clients has already got a spot, but it's going to be a virtual, highly interactive intensive where I'm going to walk you through self-tape techniques, how to work the camera, really understanding how to approach a co-star role, how to approach the script, how to deal with it being last minute, what you need to bring in the room with you as far as you to help you book these roles. And not just once, but how to do it consistently. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, I will post the link tomorrow. And you can also tag yourself. You see me? I am so, I'm so hot. So I'm going to post the link tomorrow. I had a little delay this week I had a lot of auditions this week, but I am, as much as I'm giving here, you can't even imagine what my intensives are like. If you look at any of the testimonials on my website or from some of my clients, you'll know I don't play no games. And my goal is for you to win. My goal is for you to succeed, which is why I keep it so real with you. So think about tonight, about your willingness, what you're willing to do, because though there's glitz and glam, there's also a lot of sacrifice. And there's a lot of focus and determination that you have to have. Okay? So I send this all with love. I'm going to go to the other room now where the air conditioning is. And like I said, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you know an actor who needs some more auditions and is really wanting more out of their career, be kind and share the good and share this video with them. All right. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.